What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Poppy's family? Welcome, y'all. Welcome back. I got my man bun going on. I'm excited about this, so I get to shake it, shake it, shake it. I'm excited because we're back with another Poppy's Conversation Corner, and it's been a while. It's been a while. I get to sit back, talk with you guys, have some great conversation because today we have my best friend, Cincinnati's best friend. She was Chicago's best friend, but now she's Cincinnati, Ohio's best friend. Yes, she's a mover and a shaker. We have somebody who everybody needs to know. Her name is Karisma Hazel. She's going to be our guest on tonight. I'm trying to share this video as I speak so that my people who are called by my name, humble yourself and follow this video. Share this video. Love this video because I'm telling you, the information that's going to be shared on tonight, you're going to need to know this. You're going to want to know this. Now, you're going to want to get to know this person further than this video. But what I'm telling you is, I'm only going to allow you so much access to her because I am her gatekeeper. In the church world, we call them armor bearers. I am her armor bearer. I carry her shield for her everywhere she goes. And she's always going places and she makes me go with her everywhere. But y'all, I'm excited about tonight. I'm excited about us coming back to Poppy's Conversation Corner. So do me a favor, share the video, comment, talk back with us. If you have comments, let us know. Because if we say something that you have a question about, if you have a question and we didn't say it, let us know. We want to talk about it. It's open conversation, real conversation here at Poppy's Conversation Corner. And it's happening weekly. Now our days are changing. So we're here today on a Friday, 7 p.m. But guys, next week we want you to join us. The time has changed. It's going to be Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. I'm going to say it again and I'm going to say it slow because Jocelyn Foster, our social media person, she told me to talk slow. So I'm going to talk slow. And I'm telling you, join me next week. That's Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Poppy's Conversation Corner will be every week going further, going forward. Further. That's it. Every week at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesdays. We're going to have great conversations, some great guests. Again, tonight, my friend, your friend, everybody's friend, Karisma Hazel is going to be with us. We're going to bring her on because enough of me, enough of me. I want to hear from her. So if we can get Charisma on the platform, let's just bring her on. Y'all put y'all hands together for her. Everywhere, all over the world, all over the world. Yes. Charisma, was that a great intro? I almost wanted to read your bio, but I didn't
I
want to go
mean,
that deep.
I am not deserving of all that you have given.
You know, I
I
can,
I don't know if I can follow that. I don't know. I don't know.
you know,
Woo!
I can be extra at times, but
Yeah.
all is well.
Well, you gave me some big shoes to fill. So
No,
let's
the reality is there was not one lie shared. There was not one lie shared. And and when we go deeper, when we start
Mhm.
digging deeper, you gonna because she don't know what to expect, guys. We didn't send her the outline
No.
for this. Normally on this platform, we send our guest outlines. These are possible questions. This the direction we're gonna go in. But she is the CEO of this company, and we have to hit her where it hurts.
They did not prepare me. That's
See,
crazy to
that
say.
you hear that actor in me? I say, ah, I'm so weak because I want to dig deep into this
All right,
because
let's do it.
you're Charisma Hazel out of Chicago, Illinois, originally from Chicago or somewhere else? Because I feel like are you originally from Chicago?
I am originally from Chicago. I was born in Chicago.
That's what it is. I've been trying to figure out all these years what it was, but that makes sense. Chicago don't make no, they don't come like soft
No,
in
no,
Chicago. That's what
no.
it is.
There are some heavy hitters,
They're
okay?
heavy hitters. That's the key word.
Heavy hitters.
Can we get that word on the screen? Heavy hitters is the key word. When you hear that word tonight, heavy hitters, take a shot. It's like, no, we're not promoting that. Heavy hitters come out of Chicago. They're like, I'm talking about bosses, like movers, shakers come out of Chicago. And I'm not pumping and lifting up Chicago. It's just the people that I met out of
Yes, you
Chicago
do.
are phenomenal. Phenomenal. Phenomenal
Listen,
people.
we love our heavy hitters out of
Heavy
Chicago.
hitters.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
So
yes.
shout outs to Chicago. If you're in Chicago, we're gonna play some therapists there. So follow us because we're coming to Chicago, a city near you. Yes, Poppy's Therapeutic Corner. We're on our way. So Charisma, you're the CEO, and I'll
Yeah.
say newly appointed CEO because it's you're working up over a little over a year.
Yeah.
Newly appointed CEO. You're in the mental health field. I said build. You're in the mental health field. You
Hmm.
chose this career. This is
Hmm.
a career like meaning like the mental health world. You chose
Yeah.
this world, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Like where at one point in life did you wake up and say, I want to take on your burdens? So you didn't choose to be a pastor. You didn't choose to be, a motivational speaker. You didn't choose to be, because when I tell you this, a jack of all trades, this woman is. And she'll say she's not. I'm shy. I don't do this. And then get in front of a crowd and like lights, camera, action.
I'm
But
definitely not, but
how
yeah.
did you wake up one morning and go into your parents' room and say, I want to help people in the mental health field? Where did that come from?
Yeah. So, actually, going into the mental health field, that really stemmed from my own struggles and challenges with mental health. This was not my first profession. It was actually my second. So I was going to school to become an attorney. And I told my family, I'm going to become an attorney. This is it. This is what I want to do all through undergrad. That was what I was aiming towards. I studied for the LSAT. I did the LSAT prep. And for some reason, I just was like not really grasping the material. Um, and so I took the LSAT one time. I scored okay, but I was like, I really need a higher score. So I said, well, let me just take a step back. Let me go get my paralegal certification. So I did that, went to school to get that. And then one day, it was just like I was just so unhappy. I was trying to study and everything, and I was just really, really unhappy. And I felt very, um, I I didn't feel the purpose. I didn't feel the passion. And so I was thinking, I was in my quiet time, I was in my prayer time, and I was like, what is it that I really need to do? Because I'm just not happy. I feel very hopeless and I don't feel like I have a sense of direction. Like I know that I want to help people,
Mhm.
but if I'm an attorney, I can only help people so far as winning a case for them. But what happens once they leave my office? What happens once they leave the courtroom? How do they pick up the pieces of their lives, after all of that? And so I was in the shower one day and I was just praying, I was thinking, and I heard that. I heard therapist, I heard mental health. And so it was very, 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 very quickly, if you will. So I inquired about my master's in clinical mental health counseling. And I would say no later than about 2.5, 3 weeks after my first inquiry, I was enrolled into a program and starting school.
Wow. So because you went several different places in this. So one thing, I think God has equipped us with many gifts and abilities and things, and I really should be in a chair. I think I am in one right now. But I should sit in the chair as well because I want to unpack some things. See, I sit around. I sit around therapists all day, guys. So what I will say is, I picked up some lingo.
Okay.
You shared a lot in just that little bit, that little moment. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and one thing that got me was that quiet time piece, and
Mm-hmm.
when you heard that, because I don't want to go too deep into this thing because I know you, so I'm not the
All
stuff that
right, now you know me.
the
We
stuff
can
yeah
shift. No,
the stuff where I want to go. I already know, but I want the people to know. How
mm-hmm.
do you how did you like, because you went into this field,
Yeah.
like, and you're connected, you have a source, a power source that you're connected into.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you like translate that into your profession, like
Yeah.
your power source field? And I don't want to go too deep in that. We're kindred spirits, you know what I'm speaking
Mhm.
of. So how'd you connect your power source into your, because your field, in a sense, it can be draining, it can be overwhelming, it can be, there's a lot of, that like that of pouring out that you do.
Yeah.
And so how did you translate that? Like how does that like work? Like how does that coincide together for you as a clinician? Because now we're going back to you as a clinician.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what
Yeah.
he's talking.
So I think that it's very important to try to be rooted and grounded before you pour out. So before you give yourself to something for the day, you pour into someone for the day. You need to be poured into. And so I try to start my morning off with my quiet time, my time of solitude, my time of grounding and centering to really set the tone for the day, to really get what I need, right? So I can go out and give to others. And so that is how, as a clinician, I would really be able to be as present for my clients as possible, is just really just trying to make sure that I'm centered, I'm grounded first, that I have enough, and that I'm not pouring out from an empty space,
Mm,
but I'm pouring out from a space where I have overflow. Now, that sounds so great,
sounds
right?
amazing.
It
Sounds
sounds
amazing.
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 And does that always happen? Absolutely not. Right? Absolutely not. But, I'm a firm believer. I'll say this for me. I'm a firm believer that when you're walking in purpose and you're walking in your calling, um, your job, the things that you do, it doesn't feel like a tedious task, right? So I get strength from helping people.
Mm.
I get joy from making someone else's day, from helping someone see something from a different perspective, or helping them along their path. That gives me strength and joy. And so that's another thing that pours into me. So yeah, so as a clinician, it's great to be centered and rooted and grounded, and then it's great to wake up and love what you do.
I love it. I love it. So I'm just gonna go back really quick. If you're watching us, tuning in, you can ask her questions. Like this is a free session for you.
Great
I'm
question.
telling you guys. I'm letting you know. She charges $150 an hour. That's her fee, and she's doing this tonight for free. So if you have questions, if you want to sit in her chair right now, ask a question, and she's gonna answer it. Because guess what? I paid her for this time. So yes, she's gonna. I crack myself up because
You crack
I
me up.
just sometimes I'll just be saying anything, and it's just like I paid
Woo!
her. Technically, she paid me, and it ain't hit my cash app yet. So, so
This is
anyhow,
pro bono just for you, Kerry. Okay, it's
see,
pro
I
bono.
don't know that lingo. I don't know that
This
word.
just pro bono.
I don't know that word. I don't. I don't know that word. No, family. But if you're watching right now, share the video, hearted. Ask her questions. Ask me questions. Now I can't answer as eloquently as she would, but we're gonna get to it. So if you have questions for her, I'm gonna keep throwing them. So if you have some questions, we'll get them up on the screen. She'll be able to answer them. Talk with us. Leave comments. Share the videos over. Y'all let somebody know that we're having Poppy's Conversation Corner, and we're with the one and only Karisma Hazel. Just in case you didn't know, her name is on the screen right now. But yes, she is the CEO of Poppy's Therapeutic Corner, a phenomenal business operating in Ohio. And we're doing some great work in the city, in our school districts. We're excited to do the work that we're doing. And I said we are because we are a team. So
Yes, we
tonight you have a team online right now, and this is a power couple, and I use the word loosely, couple. So don't be going to share this and saying, "Oh, he said that they're a couple." I said it. You heard. Watch this video over and over again, and I said it at that part. We are a power couple, and we're changing lives here in the city of Cincinnati with Poppy's Therapeutic Corner. Charisma. Now, because I said it. I said it. Uh oh.
are.
How do I stop being a people pleaser? while keeping a servant's heart. Ooh,
Oh my,
Antonio, I love it. Great question,
that is
Charisma.
a great question. Wow. That is a great question. And I say wow because I have worked to come out of that space as well. Right. And I think that sometimes the guilt with setting boundaries happens just so quickly, right? And you're like, this is who I am as a person. I want to serve, I want to give. Um, but it's okay to be able to recognize your limits and your capacity. It's okay. Um, and also think of it this way, I had to understand that serving people did not mean pleasing people. There's a
Can we,
difference
can, can we get that
between,
on there? Serving people does not mean pleasing people.
no.
That's a key point.
And also, um, sit and think about, someone's at the front door doorbell. Somebody's at my doorbell.
Knock, knock, knock.
It's probably one of my infamous deliveries. Anywho, so but sit and think about what is it that you're serving, right? What purpose are you serving? What cause are you serving? And why are you serving it? Who are you serving it for?
Mm,
Right. And so when you kind of sit and think about those components, you can try to release some of the guilt that comes with setting boundaries for yourself and saying, okay, I can't do this, or this is just too much, or this is as far as I'm willing to go. So again, understanding um, what you're serving, who you're serving, why you're serving it, and releasing that guilt that comes with setting yourself free from having to feel that pressure that you must meet the expectations. Yeah,
mm.
that helps a lot.
That definitely. And the crazy thing is, I feel like I wrestle still with that.
Me too.
I wrestle still with that. Like what I can say, Antonio, and I want to make sure that was Antonio. Um,
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure that was him. Yes. Antonio, what I'll say is like it's a daily thing for me.
Yeah.
It's a daily act that I have to put into play to like work on changing that. Because I had to recognize that serving, like Charisma said, it's what's my purpose behind it? What who am I actually serving? Is it for the people? Is it for accolade? Is it for this? And then like I had to do some internal things, internal searching, and it happens daily. It happens daily. It definitely does. It's a daily
It is
act
a continual journey.
of working it out, working it out. So that was a great question. That was a
Yes,
great question.
great question. Thank you for that. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you so much. So we'll send you out text you over that invoice for that question. That answer anyways. My answer. I said she was pro bono tonight. No,
That didn't include me.
that didn't include me. No, that did not include me. No. That's great. That's great. Keep those questions coming. If you got the
Yes,
questions, keep them
keep
coming.
those
Keep them
questions
coming.
coming.
We definitely want those. But I'm gonna ask Charisma. So you started from the bottom. Now you're here. And started from the bottom. Now here. No, anyway, we started from the bottom. Again, I like to tell her testimony because can't nobody tell it better than me. Um, okay, I gotta get serious. Get serious. This is great conversation. Serious conversation.
Go ahead
Real.
because you know.
Yes, no, we started from the bottom.
Mhm.
And I brought props with me today.
Oh, that's
So
correct.
this is this is my bag.
Oh,
I,
MG.
this is my
Where
bag.
where is Jen? Somebody bring Jen on because you are not about to do this in front of the people.
No, this is my prop, people. See the bag? I brought this prop on specifically for Charisma because I knew she was going to be here tonight. So this is the bag, and this is Kerry. And I'm at the office, and I walk in like this. I got my nails done. I just got my nails done. See, show your nails, Charisma. Show your nails. She stays with her nails done. I walk in with my nails done. This is my phone.
That's crazy.
Who am I? So this is this my I'm giving you guys a picture of this is how it started, and this is where it is now.
That
This I couldn't talk to her because she was on the phone and she had her purse like this. Once her purse was locked like this, you did not talk to her. You did you did not talk to her. So but you started from the bottom as an intern here at Poppy's.
yeah.
Can you breathe? Can you breathe? Just say,
I literally cannot. And
you wasn't prepared. You wasn't prepared. See, I said I was ready. You did you get
you
that text
came
message?
you came ready out the
I
gate.
told you I was
All
ready.
right.
I was ready.
Okay. Yeah. So yes, I started as as an intern, believe it or not. Yes, I owe the space and opportunity to Jennifer Shear. I was working in the field with a different organization, and I needed somewhere to intern. And we got connected through a mutual contact, and I was like, "Hey, can I please intern here?" And Jen was like, "Well, we never had an intern, but sure, like let's do it, let's try it, right?" So I submitted all my paperwork and everything, and then I found out that she too was from Chicago. Again, Chicago people are heavy hitters. But she too, is from Chicago, and she is a family not just because not just because she's from Chicago, but because we are Centralians. So shout outs to the Central State University for God, for Central, for State. And so it just kind of all came together, and yeah, and so I got accepted for my internship, and the rest was history from there.
Wow, that's like I mean, I know the story is amazing, and I know you stay humble through it all. Through it all, you remain
Absolutely.
humbled. But to like literally come from intern, and of course, you worked your way in the chair, and then you worked your way as a program manager or programs manager. And then you ended up in the highest level seat in the country, the CEO. At least in Poppy's world country. Anyway, but you ended up in the CEO position. How what did that feel like? What was going through your head that moment that she being Jennifer asked you out of all the people in the world? I mean, because I know why. Um she asks. But out of all the people, because Charisma is a knowledge, she's a knowledge source, she's a power source. She has all of this information. I mean, there's not one thing that she may not know, but she's gonna find out. Like, but I'm telling you, like, there's not too many things in this mental health field that you can't get past her that she don't know. So I get why, but there's all the people in the world that that know what they know and do what they do.
Absolutely.
But what was going through your head at that moment? You were like asked, like, "Hey, well, why don't you just be the CEO?" Or I don't know how she said it, but
Yeah. um, I was shocked at the idea, um, and at the ask, but most importantly, I was just full of gratitude.
Mhm.
Reason being is because um, this is her baby. This is her vision. And my goal from day one has always been to just come alongside and help support the vision. And so I am grateful that, I've been able to do that thus far, and to have someone trust me with their vision. That's huge.
Mhm.
Right? Like that's really huge. To have someone say, "Here you go, I'm gonna step away, you take it further, and you got it." I just really think that is just such a huge step, and I'm just grateful, and I still remain grateful a year and some change later. But yeah, in that moment, I was just like, whoa, we're going to do this. Okay.
Okay.
And, I'll be honest, at first, I was like, okay, am I really going to do this? Like, can I do this? Should I do this? Again, we have just qualified people. We have great colleagues in this profession. And again, this is her vision and her baby. And so again, to just be entrusted with something like that, the only word that still comes to mind still to this day is just grateful.
I love it. I love it. So, as the CEO, because I don't know how this thing work, I come from a different sector of the world prior to coming in, but I know that this kind of thing in the business industry is kind of the same. So, as the CEO of very successful, and we give accolades where accolades are. It's very successful. All glory to, but very successful business. What's your like thought vision? That's the word. As the CEO, do you carry a vision? Where do you see this business going further? Because the founder brings, the CEO carries.
Do it again.
Yes,
Do it
the
again.
founder brings.
Uh-huh.
She brings it to you. This is
Right.
you. She
Okay.
brings, and
Right.
then
Bring
you carry.
Carrie.
Yes.
I love it.
So where do you see yourself carrying this business going further?
Yeah. So we have always stood on a pillar of servitude. And that is something that we're going to continue to stand on. Um, and so my vision is to be able to serve even more communities. My vision is to expand us to the extent that we become a household name, if you will, right, in the state of Ohio and even other states. To that point, I am so happy to share, and I'm going to announce it here, right here on Poppy's
Right
Conversation
here.
Morning.
Right here.
Okay, so happy to share, right, that we are expanding, and we are now accepting Medicare clients.
Woo!
All right,
I'm
my vision.
excited.
I'm so excited. My vision is to expand our services, man. Make access to care easy, right? Accessible, relatable. And so I'm so excited to now expand to the Medicare world, and I mean it's just a privilege. We also are now credentialed with an additional Medicaid insurance plan. We are now credentialed with AmeriHealth, and so we can now accept AmeriHealth clients. Okay, light bulb moment for you.
Oh my
Love,
God. No, I just got chills. Like,
yeah.
what? Because you guys are finding this out. I'm just finding it out myself. So I didn't know
Put
it.
you into my team too. No, just
Yes. So I didn't get that notification, but I got chills because that's amazing.
yeah,
Like
it is.
that's amazing.
It is. And so we are about serving. We are about serving. We're about expanding our services to make it more accessible to everyone, to our our community. So that's the vision.
Definitely. I love it. I love it. I love it. I see a question.
Mhm.
I'm gonna shout her out because that is my aunt. So
Oh,
my
hi.
aunt just commented and she asked a question. She says, I'm a nurse in addiction medicine dealing
Mhm.
with a lot of overdoses and death lately. I am finding it hard to disconnect from work when I am off. Do you have any tips on how to disconnect? Mm.
Oh my. Oh my.
Well, this is gonna be personal too because she has the same situation. So,
You know what?
I'm sorry.
Carrie,
We got to be serious, Charisma. Get serious.
what
Stop
does
playing.
that even mean? I have
Look,
the same
Jen is
situation.
watching right now. She's going to be
I
upset
don't
after this
even know what
video.
that means.
Well, you
Anyway.
have to answer.
Yes, I would like to answer her question, please. Thank you. So, finding it hard to disconnect, man, that is definitely really that's a thing because as a clinician, I struggle with that too. Um I call it developing your smoke screen, right? And so some tips that I know that has helped me is one, again, being centered in the beginning of your day, or trying to be, right, setting the tone for the beginning of the day. Two, at the end of the day, um, try to do something that symbolizes the disconnect. So for example, something as simple as maybe, before you leave out of the office for the day, write the word work on a piece of paper. As you're driving home, tear it up and just maybe throw it away, or let it blow in the wind, or what have you. That means that this portion of my life for the day is over. And so now I need to step into the other roles that I have for the rest of the day. Um, Also, processing with, if you have a supervisor, or or in our profession, we say every good therapist has a therapist. So processing and what that looks like, in your with your emotions, because dealing with death and loss and grief is so hard, and to have to keep doing that consistently, that's a lot. That's a lot. And so just finding little things that can help you disconnect. I used to color. I had an adult coloring book, and I would sit there and color my thoughts for the day. Or if maybe just sitting on your couch and just taking a few deep breaths, listening to the sound of the ocean, or just putting your feet up on the couch and watching Netflix or something like that, right? To help you just kind of really disconnect and process your thoughts. I think one of the biggest things in this profession is, like, you have to continuously process.
Mhm.
Not only are you processing with your clients, but you're processing with yourself, right? And so just kind of just trying to find out what that looks like for you, being aware of your emotions, and doing those things to shelter your emotions, I think would be very helpful.
Definitely, definitely. Hopefully, that was some um definitely great tips there. So, Auntie, and those who are watching, with the same questions, take on some of those tips. Definitely deep breathing. Watching some calming videos. That tip on. Well, see, I work from home, so I'm gonna have to leave my house, and then I'm gonna write work on that paper, and I'm gonna rip it up as I drive out of my driveway. I like that one. I'm gonna try that tomorrow. No, actually not tomorrow. Well, actually, no, because Christmas is gonna. I'm sure she's gonna call me tomorrow and try to make me something. So I'm probably gonna have to do it tomorrow. But see, this is me processing. See, I'm processing.
Well, I mean, even while, like, working from home, shifting rooms throughout the day, right? It, like, that helps as well. Like,
See, look,
um,
what I tell you, just knowledge.
yeah, it does. It does. It helps as well to be like, okay, this is the room that I'm going to work from. This is the room that I'm going to sit there and relax in. So that way, it just doesn't bleed all together.
But I have a question. Is it my turn? Okay.
It is.
So, but my thing is, so like I know your space, your house. Every room in your house has a different vibe. So, I mean, that would make a difference. In my house, everything is the same. Like it looks the same.
Well, but see, I did that on purpose, though, right? Because
Mm,
I never know what
what
what what kind of
what
mood I want to
mood you
be in,
gonna be in?
right? So everything has its purpose.
Yeah, I love that. I love it. I love it. But right there, guys, that was like a piece of knowledge about her that you just learned tonight. Like I'm telling you, like that's how she is. Every room in her house, she operates on purpose, with purpose, in her purpose. Oh, look at that! I just wrote a
Well,
sermon.
look at
Oh, oh,
you,
oh! I'm amazing because nobody
Nazzy,
else told me I am amazing. Yes, I am.
Nazzy. Love
Yes, I
that
am.
for you.
I speak over myself. I'm amazing, and so are you. Family, like I'm telling you, charisma. And before we get off, though, I do want you to prepare in your mind. Just put because I already know you can snap them off in a minute, anyhow. But drop some gems for the people before we get off. So I want you to start preparing your mind on some gems, some knowledge, some encouragement, some words that you can share with our followers, or because our family. Never would I ever call you a follower. You are our family.
Yeah,
so
for
that you
sure.
can share with our family, the Poppy's Conversation Corner family. I want you to drop some knowledge on them, some words of encouragement, so that we can going further up until next Wednesday, at least have something to hold on to. But I want to ask you one more question.
Hmm.
And this one is going to be a bit maybe more on the personal side.
Okay.
So I want you to grab your britches, if you will, and pull them up, hold them tight.
I made me want to watch Bridgerton for some reason.
Yes, yes. Yes. Oh, I love Bridgertons. I love Bridgertons. This is not a plug for Bridgertons though, so we're gonna not do that.
Just
They didn't send their
the
their
invoice. They
yeah,
didn't
they
send
didn't send their invoice. They didn't drop their cash app for their
it.
plug. Anyway, but no, this again is a little bit on the personal side. So
Sure.
with all that you go through in life, with all that you have going on, because younger woman, you know, you're in that millennial age bracket. Um, you have the weight of the world in a sense because you have so much in a sense going on around you. You know, it's a lot going on in our world. It's a lot going on in your personal life. It's a lot going on. Just like with things that were going on, and then you carry of a business. Um, what does that look like for you? What like how does this work for you as the the, the daughter charisma, the sister charisma? Um,
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Your audio was like going out a little
oh,
bit. Okay, there you go.
there we go. Can you hear me
Okay, you're
now?
back. You're back on. There we go.
Oh,
Yes,
can you hear me now? You can hear
I
me
hear
now?
you.
Okay. Oh, I hear you. No. So as the daughter charisma, the friend charisma, the sister charisma, the CEO charisma, and all that's going on in the world around charisma.
Yeah.
How are you like faring this? How are you weighting this? How do you maneuver through this world that you live in with all that's going on? You know, we have a lot going on in the country. We have a lot going on. I mean, you can bring it even local. You got a lot going on in your city. You got a
Yeah.
lot going on in your business. Because you do so much even outside of poppies. We didn't even hit on tonight.
Yeah.
And I know that because I know your resume. I carry your Bible for you. So I do know that. But with all that you have going on in your world, how do you carry this weight? I do know like your faith has brought you this far. But with that, like you have a lot going on, and we're not gonna hit on a lot of stuff because it's whatever you want to share. But I want to get on because I don't want to go too personal. But I want to know because we have even as my friend, like we haven't had this conversation, but we're gonna have it with the world tonight. How do you weight this? The world wants to know.
Okay.
Yes,
How do I carry all of that?
yes.
Um, I'm just gonna be very transparent. It's that process changes constantly.
Mm,
I think what worked last month doesn't work this month. It's a continual journey to
mm,
to figure out how to continue to carry all of that. I know for me, it's about being as present as I possibly can. But when I can't be as present, kind of going back to that question, the first question that we had about like people pleasing, right? Like when I can't do that, just releasing myself to say it's okay that I don't have the capacity to do it. It's okay that I can't carry this. I think there's power in acknowledging when you can't hold it all together. And instead of trying to do it, my strength is coming from in this space. My strength is coming from saying, I can't deal with this. I can't handle this. I can't be present here. And just setting that boundary for myself. And so I carry that with giving myself the grace. And that's how I carry all of this. It's just giving myself grace and giving myself permission, and understanding that I'm doing the best that I can. Um, there's always room for improvement for sure, but in this space, with the capacity that I have. I'm doing the best that I can. And you just continue to strive to be better every day.
I definitely love that. And on the flip side of it, I'll say you do it well.
Thank you.
You do it really well. I there's not a day that go past that we don't interact. So I will say you carry it well, you do it well. And I feel like the word that you used is appropriate. Thanks for it. And I just my sound is gonna go out again because I see my AirPods I keep cutting connect. Yes.
There we go.
Yeah. That my AirPods keep connecting. I don't know where they are. They're somewhere near.
Okay.
But anywho, see, the enemy's trying me right now. But anyway, so no, I do believe though you're grace for it. And that's the key word. But I want to head out of here because
Okay.
I feel like you drop so much and you pour out.
You know why?
Is somebody at your house?
No, it's Google.
I refuse. I refuse.
So,
I,
you wanna
I
know
would
why?
not feed into this. Google's been listening to us the whole time. See, this is what we living in that age, y'all. Be careful out there. That's a gem. But before we get out of here, share with our family some encouragement, some words of knowledge from the words of charisma.
Sure. Well, the very first thing that comes to mind is that a day is not wasted if a good memory is created. And so, just kind of thinking about to the person that was sharing how they deal with loss consistently. Um, if there's just at least one good memory created um, throughout that day was worth it, right? And so that's something that I'm living by in this moment and in this space. It's just a day isn't wasted if a good memory is created. So
I
I
love it.
strive to make a good memory every day. Strive, okay? Strive to make the day worth it. Make at least one good memory for the day.
I love that. I love that. Now, I don't watch much news, but I watched a news clip of somebody saying that. So I'm gonna have to give credit where credit is due. A wise man once said that, but we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
And I'm pretty sure that wise man
Yes.
would be
Do
very
you know
happy.
him? Do you know? Do you
I
know?
do know that
You know a
wise man.
wise man? Okay.
I
Okay. I
know.
just want to make sure. I want to make sure. So,
I know.
yes, I just want to make sure we know the wise. We're on the same page. See that we have kindred spirits, guys. We don't even have to say things sometimes. What's understood don't have to be explained. But family, I'm excited again. We're back with Poppy's Conversation Corner weekly. Yes, weekly. But our days are changing. So tonight we were here 7 p.m. on Friday, but we're moving to Wednesday next week. Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. It's going to be me and me only next week. But we have some phenomenal guests lined up. We have one of our therapists that's going to come back in 2 weeks. Jaden, she's going to be on here. We're going to get to know her. She's already agreed. So I'm excited about it. We're going to get to
Oh,
know her.
that's
She's new
fun.
here at our practice. So we're going to talk with her, get to know her a little bit more. But next week, we're going to have a conversation on social media and mental health. Yes, I'm excited about it. Look at Mikey. I love her so much. She makes me look so well. I love it. Yes, next week, Wednesday, March the 19th at 7 p.m. I thought it was 6:30 p.m., but at 7 p.m., we're talking about social media and mental health. Join us so we can talk about how to maintain your mental health in today's era. Yes. So join us next week. See, that's why I said, don't that say 6:30 at the bottom?
So is it at 6:30 or is it at 7?
I was informed 6:30, but I feel like I'm being set up. Somebody is trying to set me up here
All
because
right. Well, two things. Two things. All right. Number one. Number one, to answer the question that was just posted on the screen, the wise man that we are referencing is my father. My
yes,
father taught me that if a day isn't wasted if you had a good memory for that day. So shout outs to my father. And number two, we are here starting this coming Wednesday at 6:30. It is
6:30.
not 7 p.m. Okay. Please excuse the flyer, as the
Yeah.
flyer said 7. However, we were right. Wednesdays at 6:30.
6:30.
Okay.
Yes.
So please like, share, get the word out. It will be Wednesdays at 6:30. You
6:30.
don't want to miss it.
So, guys, right there, you saw the CEO and her come out. She took over my job right there. But yes, every week we are here. There we go. Look, Mikey works so fast. Thank you so much. Again, join us next week. We look forward to great conversation, real conversation, right here at Poppy's Conversation Corner. Guys, we will see you next week. Love you, love you, love you.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.